Alright, so after give it a few hours of drying time, just in case, I've applied a little bit more paint, and I used Tamiya's acrylic paint thinner. I don't have the Vallejo one, which I did read some reviews, and so you understand, when you put this on, and I've heard some, this thing is very, very pasty. It's good for like hand brushing. And I've seen videos of people using it on the Warhammer 40K or even MechWarrior type pewter kits. But for model kits, you really need to thin it down. So this has already been pre-thinned. Let's see how it comes out. I'm just gonna go from a distance. Of course, I think the tin just finished. Finished. Hang on, then let me put some more. This Games Color from Vallejo is an interesting breed. It's not something that I've worked with a lot. I worked with the MIG colors. The MIG ones are not bad. They go down nice. Maybe I should have used the white color of MIG, but I decided to go with this. Just try something different, to try something new, something original. Just one drop of paste through there, should go there, and then go a little bit thinner. Actually, let me use a brush to mix this. Considering how thick this is, I'm going to use the brush to mix it in. Don't know if this is good, because I may have to put a little more, but I'll test it out in a minute. It's a little too watery. Let me put a little bit of more. There we go. For those of you who are new at this, just test it out. Don't just, willy-nilly fire away. Test it out on some parts, leftover parts and stuff like that. Until you feel very comfortable with it, and then go ahead. Still a little watery, but I just want to give it a overall spray from a distance, because this is actually just one coat. I'll do another one soon enough. There we go. Ah, damn it. I knew that something might come out like that. Alright, we'll leave it alone for now. Come on, you're kidding me. I just mixed this. See, this is going to annoy me today. Just going to annoy me. Let's see if that works. See, oh my god, that was like way too much. There we go. Oh my god, there we go. Oh, it's still good. Maybe I should clock down on the PSIs. So far, there's shit coming in. Now I am planning to weather it, so even if I go a little too much on the color, on the white, it will be definitely weathered up. Alright, I think that's good. Just do that pass, that pass. It didn't come out right. This is going to annoy me today. Right now. Alright, let me figure out this paint as to why it's not coming out the way I'm supposed to normally see, and we'll move on to the next color. Hopefully I have better results. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to the next color, and that is this gunship gray. This time I'm changing it up. I'm going to use the MIG, the Ammo Mig Jimenez colors. This is not the same as the Vallejo. The Vallejo, of course, you have to really pre-thin it, and I learned it kind of the hard way. Thankfully, I know some people say that this is not a good choice for this, but it kind of worked for me. I thinned it down to the best as I possibly can. Looks like if I'm going to use the Vallejo paint, I'm going to have to use a Vallejo thinner to thin it down. But for now, I'm going to start using this one. Obviously, it's because of the next color, and this is already pre-thinned. So let's take a few parts here, like for example the elbows. Yeah, this one is nice. I like that. Here. This one. Yeah, this thing goes nice, really smooth, no issues whatsoever. Just pour and spray, and you'll have no problem with the MIG line of paints. I reviewed the Vallejo paint, and it's more in line with like hand brushing and kits, you know, like the Warhammer type Games Workshop parts. And you can thin it as per the conversation that many people have left me on my last video. But yeah, you got to give me a little break here. You do learn the hard way, and I did. So. You live, you learn, you move on. Alright, so I'm not doing any metallic painting, but I may do some metallic detailing in certain areas, like the gun barrel. But for now, I'm going to give it the base gray. may have to remove that. But I'll wait until it dries because I'm going to give it another pass later on. Also, I realized that this part that does the kickstand of the shield, it's no longer going to be used as a kickstand, considering that I have this part blocking it, so it can never be removed. Let's do the backpack. Ooh, it's coming out a little droplets here. I'll have to give it another pass until it dries. Alright. And then let's do this gun, which I did attach the hand there. Again, I may decide to do a little bit of painting of the weaponry, give it a little metallic paint job in specific areas. I don't know what to use then. I mean, I do have a chrome, acrylic chrome from Tamiya, but I don't want to dig that up. I kind of like got rid of it. Not get rid of it, but I don't really use it anymore. There's a lot of paints I haven't been using lately. Not that I don't like Tamiya paints, just no longer have the desire to use them now. Alright, that looks good. So let me just finish this last one, and then we're going to go on to the next color. Alright, so we're down to the next part, which would be the Night Blue by Vallejo. This one is, the cap was so dry. Not dry as in crusted up, but it was more like a heavy paste. And I had a hard time removing it, so there was like I had to remove the other cap inside so I can pour the droplets from this to the airbrush. And I watered it down, and it came out, it's coming out nice and smooth. Yeah, a little bit too smooth, you could say, but if you control it, you're okay. Now, I've already put masking tape on this because I painted the bottom part, the dark gray. So let's see how this looks. May have to, obviously give it another pass. Secondary pass. Not too much. Always a good idea to use dark primer on a part that's going to be dark again, because then it's kind of hard to visually see it. You have to use the lights on your lamps to get the better angle. Let that dry for a moment. Let's work on this. this was a lighter primer, like gray, then yeah, it would probably show off, but the black is kind of canceling it out. Actually, when it's wet, it's blue, but then when it starts to dry off, I may have to give it more than one pass. So that one is showing off in the front, because I actually a little oversaturated it, but let me just dry it off a bit. Yeah, not too happy, not completely happy, but maybe I just need to give it another, more paint. As a matter of fact, it's running out, so let me just, I won't do that one yet, I'll do this one. If this does not come out the way I want, I may have to switch up to another blue. But let me continue on with this so I can understand it. Just so you know, I just did the yellow parts. There was only one yellow part. Of course, that one came out fine. And I did the two red parts using these two colors. And I think I'm going to do the metallic parts using the other paint, which I don't see. Oh, here it is. I may end up using like maybe doing chrome, but I don't know how well this comes out. So give me a moment to figure this out, and we'll review the parts and see how it comes out. All right.